When should you buy a stock? That's sort of kind of an important skill to have. Of course, very, very important skill to have for us as traders and investors. And in this video, I want to walk you through a buy indicator that can help us accomplish our goal as traders and investors. And that core goal being, we want to always be leveraging as many probabilities and odds in our favor, or in trader lingo, we want to find an edge. And the more edges we can find, that guarantees nothing, but it does, well, give us an edge. It gives us higher probabilities of success within our trade or investment, whatever we're making. And as far as, is this some sort of holy grail indicator? No. So if you're watching this video and thinking you're going to be shopping for a Lamborghini next week, you're going to be disappointed. But what I can guarantee is that this tool has a lot of logic behind it, and it can help in terms of just gaining those little edges. And it's also one of those indicators where a lot of people don't even know it exists, but once you do know it exists, the logic kind of falls into place. There's quite a bit of common sense that goes behind it. But like I said, it kind of just hides in plain sight. And a lot of people, especially when they're beginners and new, that they just don't even know that this such thing exists out there. So let's walk through an example and you can see how this indicator can work. But we have a stock here and you can see heading up there a little bit. And then just like that, yeah, if you blinked, you missed it, but that thing fell off an absolute cliff. So you have this sort of price action, price plummets, the stock is in the headlines. I mean, we're talking, this was over a 50% loss in just a couple of days. So everybody's talking about it. There's high volume. There's a lot of drama. So yes, when you have all this stuff going on, as traders and investors, you're thinking, okay, is there an opportunity here? Should I be buying? If so, where should I buy? When should I buy? And you're looking, like any good trader or investor, for any sort of insight into when you make that move. And insight is where this indicator is all about. It is based on the premise that the people behind the curtain, or in other words, the people that work at the company, more specifically high up in the company, those people probably have a good idea of what's going on. They have a good idea of, is the company still healthy? Is the market overreacting? Is the market actually getting things right? But based on their actions, it's reasonable to say, you know what, maybe I should behave as they behave because they're behind the curtain, they're high up in the company, so their behaviors can give me a whole lot of insight in terms of how I should be behaving. And that is where there's a key dynamic out there that requires insiders to disclose when they make big purchases. If you're high up at a company and you make a big purchase, you have to disclose that publicly, and that's what this indicator is all about. More so the insider trading, not in the illegal sense, but just in the sense of what are insiders doing? Are insiders making purchases? Are insiders selling? So let's go back to this example. So the company itself is New York Community Bancorp, and as the headline states, top executives disclose stake purchases. And to reiterate, and I mean no disrespect to people at any levels in the company, but the key here is top executives. So not only are they behind the curtain, they're high up, and they've had to disclose some purchases of the stock. So the first one was the executive chairman who bought 50,000 shares for around $209,000. Behind the curtain, high up, 50,000 shares over $200,000. That's some interesting behavior. A director purchased 100,000 shares for $414,000. Again, behind the curtain, director, high up, $400,000 of purchases. So people high up in the company are purchasing the stock. People that have, dare I say, some inside information, that have a good pulse on the company, are putting in good amounts of money. Again, does this guarantee that the stock is going to be successful? No, it doesn't guarantee any of that. But does it become way more reasonable? Can you see how it's an edge? How it's at least logical to say, you know what, but maybe, just maybe, they know something and they're confident enough to put some money where their mouth is because they know that this is way overblown and that in the bigger picture, and depending on your bigger picture, that could be weeks or months or who knows, maybe years, but they're confident that the stock is going to be higher than where it's at right now. Yeah, that is a more than plausible thought process on your end. People behind the curtain, way up high in the company, based on how they're behaving, maybe you should reflect that. Maybe you should behave in that way too. And that's what we have going on here. Is you're using the indicator and you're using just the requirement of the system. Hey, if you're an executive and you're making big purchases, you've got to tell the public about that. You can't sit there and buy and sell without telling anybody because that's where it starts to become illegal. But if you're more than welcome to buy, you can sell, but even if you buy or sell, you got to publicly disclose that because you're working at a publicly traded company and you're high up in that company. So where do you find this information at? Now, there's several ways to do it, but I'm just going to show you with Webull. It's a broker that I use, and I think they're fantastic. I'll put a link down below if you want to use them for this tool, and they offer many other tools, but this is just one of them. So the way you would set it up is you'd come over here to custom, and then over here under stocks, and right here, corporate actions. Corporate actions. And I know, probably annoying you, but I just want to hammer that home because this is where the logic of things comes from. Corporate. What are the people high up in the corporation doing? That's what we care about. That's what this indicator is telling us. So in this situation, we would just type NYCB because that's the name of the stock. And then the key thing here that you would want to click on, and you already saw the information, so I'll just leave it as is. But right here, they give dividend splits, and then right there, insider activity. That's the tab that you would want to care about for any stock, is that insider activity, and it'll show you what's going on. It'll show you what those people behind the curtain are doing. And if they are buying, well, that is a good sign. And in fact, to show you that I'm not crazy and just throwing this out there, let's look real quickly through what happened to the stock when this stuff was released. So we were looking at NYCB. These the news releases came out. Hey, insiders are buying. And then check out what the general market started to do. There is no coincidence that after that news came out that you had this immediate movement back up here. Again, does that guarantee that this thing is going to continue on all the way up here? Of course not. But that's not a coincidence that as soon as that name or that news came out, the price shot up very, very quickly. So looking at those corporate actions, I would say is a very good buy indicator. Of course, use it in conjunction with other buy indicators, whether that's other assessing cash flow statements and fundamental analysis, or if you're a technical trader, using that in conjunction with technical analysis. Like I said, this is not just go out there and look at nothing else, but it's just one more piece that can help you leverage and put odds in your favor. So like I said, if you want to use the link, if you want to get Webull, they're a free broker, no commissions, offer great tools such as this and other ones. I'll put the link down below. And if you use that, they're always giving promotions and you can check that out. That is an affiliate link, so if you use it, I will get something, but you'll also get something, whether that's free stock or whatever the promotion is. But most importantly, you'll get great tools, you'll get great indicators such as this one that I just showed you here. So if you have any other questions on it, let me know. But yeah, what are the people behind the curtain doing? If you can know that, which you can know, I argue that is a good logical buy indicator that you should consider within your decision-making process. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.